Yeah. Hopefully I got this at a good angle. But anyways, I really don't think the people that are actually watching my shit give a fuck as long as I'm making videos. They're like, this nigga's back. He's making videos. There must be a god out there somewhere. Let me see. Can I use that reflection? Where my face at? Yeah, this should be about like the goodest angle to get. All right. So basically, my guys, I'm back with it. We doing part 3 and shit. To what if Deku had Joker's quirk? But so anyways, how we gonna do this bad boy is I don't even let me see if I got this angle right. Okay. So how we gonna do this bad boy is I think I left off when Deku found the meeting happened earlier. There we go. Okay, so I don't remember what the dude was. Destroyer, Destio. I'm thinking of the manga. This is twice brought mans from the other clan. So well, Compressor didn't lose his hand, so everyone rejoice at that. But Deku like dropped everybody there and pretty much folded everyone there. He didn't kill nobody. He just told, Shigaraki, hey, I'm coming for your boss. And then like ran off on the plug twice because he just had this strong feeling. I gotta go do something. So that's what men's go do. And I'm gonna say this happens a lot earlier than it does in canon. And when we start to get further and further into this what if, it's eventually just not even gonna be a what if, it's just gonna be a fan fiction completely. This is just the direction that it has to take due to the person that suggested it. So, anyways, um, now how this will work is he comes in and he pretty much just starts folding everyone. He has reinforcements, but like he doesn't really need them. And the only reason I'm gonna say he's this strong or this OP per se is just because of his work. So once he's able to think at such like a high degree that he doesn't have foresight, but he's able to calculate variables to such a high degree that's just and it's kind of weird because it's almost kind of like he's Santama, but he isn't because he's struggling with the flow. Like some of these people had weird quirks, and he's like, oh, okay, all right, Bucko. So he just bust out some of his own moves. And just to give you an example, let me see here if I can think of a particular. Let's say he's fighting the diamond dude, the dude that likes to chop, and that other guy. I don't know. He fought those three people fought the dude that eats food and he is what he becomes. I mean, you are what you eat kind of dude. I really don't know if the man's an A, but I'm pretty sure y'all do. Y'all are just like, this is my life, Wikipedia. Anyways, so let's say he's like fighting these people, right? He does the basic stuff. It's kind of like his quirk kind of works like a Kaioken, so it's just like boost strength, and it boosts off of his base level. So what I mean by this is, if he can lift 1 ton in this hyper scenario, if he can lift 1 ton times 2, he's able to lift 2 tons. It's kind of like that. And so, with that being said, this is his not passive, but his active ability. Passive is everything he does is multiply. So his senses and stuff are just naturally multiplied. He can even increase them if he wants to. So he's like fighting these people. He has enhanced strength, enhanced agility. It's kind of like he's almost an all-around individual. So he fights these dudes. He's like, oh, okay, y'all got that teamwork going on. So what he does is he enhances his energy supply. but we're gonna call it his boost energy, or BE for short. And so he just activates his BE and like cranks it up a good bit. And now that he's able to do this, he starts using chi pretty much. And so he's able to like harden his body up just enough to take a shot from man's. And then he increases the overall capability of that quirk. And then to the point where that dude can't move anymore. And the dude that tries to bite him, he lets the dude bite him. He and then dude pretty much blows up and dies because the bite he took was part of Deku that was enhanced. He enhanced the girth rate of those cells to like an insanely and ungodly degree, right? So what happened was it pretty much that piece of cell kept trying to regenerate, but since there was no more, I'm gonna back myself into a corner. But since Deku cut that self off from himself and pretty much just made that as like an extra piece of meat, it pretty much just blew up. Like it was just a whole bunch of skin cells and fat. Yeah, fat. Anyways, so he folded that dude. So eventually he just goes around like slaughtering people. He got his little homies coming through the cutty cut, coming through pretty much like, he's like, y'all don't have to kill him. Like, you don't have to kill anyone if y'all don't want to. Like, he wasn't like the dictator with it. Yeah, he was just like, look, bro, my mom died. I used to be traumatized by this. That doesn't matter anymore. I'm just gonna change things. Because if heroes are so good and so amazing, why was they not there to protect my mom? But it's okay. I got power. I can make a difference. And this Deku, in the beginning, was considered quirkless, but his quirk did activate, so he did have that beginning speech of, "Not all men are created equal." All right. With that being said, Deku pretty much got in, found Aries. He was like, "Wow, she's beautiful." So he folds Aries maliciously. Yeah, no, I mean like dead ass. Like he just folds her maliciously and then take her back to his base. Did he get done maliciously folding her, and I don't even mean this in a sexual way, because somehow, no matter what I do, I just say things and it just sounds all dirty. Is he does that, and then after that, he like sits down and talk with her like, Bucko. So let me get this straight. You got this dummy strong power, and you don't know how to control it. So after that, it's kind of like some Shield Hero. If y'all know what that anime is, it seems like a very weird relationship at first, but then eventually he taught her everything he knew. And I'm gonna say, yeah. This way I can justify it. Yeah, Brain, you did the thing. He also has an ability he doesn't like to use often because it does take a toll on him sometimes. But he's able to amplify things outside of his body or outside of himself. So remember how I was talking about how he did the shit with his skin, but it was still connected to him. So for example, let's say he's about to go on war with his homies. He's able to amplify them up a bit to, a certain extent. He can push it however high he wants, but after a certain point, depending on the person's physicality, they'll have the limitations. For example, if he did that to Bakugo would be able to um do everything, to a higher degree. But after he reaches a certain point, like let's say if we're putting numbers to it, let's say he's able to do this all the way up until 30 times 30. So overall, that times 30 is good. But once he starts getting into like the 40s and 50s, it's good for a little short period of time, but they do. And he's able to turn it off in theory. But if it's like somebody like Moneto, that doesn't have a strong body, he would be able to do it to like five, up to like times five or something. Okay. Now the reason I'm saying this is because he's able to amplify things. So I'm gonna also say he's able to reverse it too, but this is a sub ability that's in a minute area, right? So what he does is he goes into a room and he amplifies, he basically alters the time. Now, I'm not saying his quirk is time control or anything like that. It's just the fact that he's able to heighten everyone's senses that's in this space or time void so much to the degree that a day for them or people out there is like a year or so for people that are within this little confined space. This is why it's in a tiny room. Also, I can say the room would be made of like his flesh or something just to justify it even better. So it's not something like he can go around just amplify. This way he has some balance to himself. Yeah, we can kind of low on that time. So I'm gonna leave it off here. Right now, he's training with Aries, and yeah, for me, a few seconds. For you, probably longer.